Yes, we welcome back to AFTV. We're doing a little live. It's match day, bit of build up. You see, are you excited, mate? Big game today.
Big game. Excited, right?
Live from Prague.
Live from Prague in the Airbnb. Gonna get a full match, build up to this game. Lee's had his morning walk. He said it's lovely out there.
Very nice out there. Like no one else has been out today apart from me. Like he's just sitting in this.
Because we've been
luxurious apartment, but none of you want to get out and about and take in the sights and scenery of Prague.
So we've been working.
Exactly.
We've been working. So I've been in meetings since 7 o'clock this morning, right? Whilst you just thought you just amble down the road and go to Starbucks. But it is a beautiful city. I mean, we saw that last night. It's beautiful, especially down by the river. And that's beautiful.
What did you last night?
The old town.
Not by the sea, no?
Huh? Not by the sea. By the river.
Prague by the sea.
On the river, by the back.
So last night, we had a nice meal and it was on the river.
Very nice meal.
It was a nice.
Very
nice.
nice.
See the castle and all that. It was a good little evening.
It's a beautiful city. It's a beautiful city. It really is, right? But tonight is different. Tonight is about winning the game. Getting those 3 points. Keeping the run going, keeping the clean sheet going.
Yeah, it's all about clean sheets.
Got to keep that clean sheet, man.
Just like our apartment, clean sheets.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice here. Can't lie. Fair play. Big up. It's a nice place.
It's the best one we've ever had, I think.
I actually think it's up there. It's up there. Yeah. Obviously, America, we can't do the preseason tours. We've had some nice pads in America.
No, hold on. There was somewhere we went the other day.
Where
was it?
We're talking about when we go away, not when you go away.
yeah, we don't get treated. We're going to look after like you, isn't it? No, we're not in no 5-star hotels and all that. And presidential treatment.
There's some.
Where?
What was it?
Who saw it? Who was it? Yeah, AFTV. Okay.
It was a European.
The last one was nice as well when we went to Bilbao. That was nice.
I can't remember what that.
Bilbao was nice.
No, it didn't. No, one of them didn't have sugar. I'm sure that was the last one. We didn't have amenities. Yeah, but it didn't have the amenities.
You know what I mean? Like the location is very good. There's
central.
Starbucks on one side, McDonald's on the other.
For goodness sake.
But the actual apartment, you're not on top of each other, are you?
It's good. It's got loads of space.
You two are downstairs.
Why are you saying like that? Yeah.
No.
What, you want to get away from us?
No, not at all. You've got nice balconies, and I'd imagine in the summer it's really nice.
It'd have been nicer in the summer. It's a bit cold at the moment, but listen, we're not complaining. We're very lucky to be out here. Very fortunate as fans to, get to these away games in Europe. There's not a massive allocation as well for, for away fans. So we're one of the lucky ones. So I'm really looking forward to the game tonight. Arsenal taking on Slavia Prague.
Ryan says injuries are concerning. Are they starting to concern you? People asking if Martinelli fit, or people fans not concerned because of how strong
I am. The attacking side is getting a little bit worrying now.
The Gyökeres one's concerning because he didn't really reveal yesterday what it was it? I don't know what to think with him no more because he doesn't he'll say there's a concern over an injury, and then next minute the player's playing. I know Gyökeres won't play tonight, but next minute the player's playing on the weekend. So Gyökeres is very important for that game against Sunderland. You know what I mean? I'd really like to see him in there. But I think for tonight, it's not the end of the world that Gyökeres is not playing. And this is for somebody else now to step it up, isn't it?
What do you mean by somebody else? Because we know that the replacement will be Mika Marino. You're saying like a new person.
We haven't got any forwards at me.
Yeah, so I'm saying. So really, we know what you say. Step up.
What about the kid who played last week? Maybe he could get thrown into it. I don't know.
Yeah,
why not? Why not? I'd rather see him play than than.
No, would you be honest?
And then give him a chance.
Or what about as I said, what I suggested yesterday with the front three of Trossard, Eze, and Saka. You know what I mean? Where you've got 3 players all capable of scoring goals across that front three. You just go with something kind of different. There's enough goals in this team, really. There's enough goals. I think his Gyökeres is kind of we was really excited when we saw his sort of hold up play, passing. For the first time since he's joined this club, he looked like that's up to speed Gyökeres, and then he's injured.
Well, the big worry for me is that this is always likely to happen because you lost Jesus weren't coming back until December. You lost Havertz in August. and we've like really gone into from August to now with just one striker, like, you know, playing every game, Gyökeres, and you know, you can't do it in this modern day football.
But we need him to.
Haaland
We need
does
him. Yeah, we need him to. We need him to. Haaland's a great example.
Haaland does it. He plays every week.
Yeah, but we'll see if he lasts all the season.
That's true.
I don't know if he will. Like,
but we need Gyökeres to. But I know people keep. Well, he needs to bed in properly, and I know, you know, that means playing as many minutes as, in my opinion, as possible as a striker to build confidence, get used to the style of play. We do need him to keep playing. Yeah, there's a risk of injury in that, but I'd rather him play himself into form than just sit on the bench and be rotated. That might be different when Havertz is back, but right now, if you're the main striker, he has to be playing.
These games now, it's like when you come to this game, you're Brighton the following week. That's when you want your squad players about.
Yeah,
you know, like Havertz, you know, should be playing now. You know, it's not his fault, but what we're saying is because he's not been about for 2-3 months, he's put pressure on Gyökeres. You know what I mean? Like, and we need these players back as soon as possible. I'm hearing now that they're not going to be back until after the international break.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When we need them before the international break. You know, we've only got one game left, but Martinelli's another one being told that he's not going to be back until after the international break.
Which is.
But we got enough. We got enough for the games that we got. I think.
Gyökeres,
do we not? Gyökeres.
Well, we've had enough. If Gyökeres goes down, I don't think we do. We're not scoring. We are scoring. We're not battering teams.
You like to go to Sunderland without Gyökeres?
No, I want Gyökeres for Sunderland.
Well, right? What if he's not, Rob?
Then we find a way. I think this squad.
I think we struggle though.
I think this squad has so far proven that it can cope with the injuries. Right, with the amount of 7 players out at the moment. 7 players, and we're not talking 7 fringe players. 7 players that will be main players are missing, and we've coped with it. And actually, I was actually thinking about it the other night, right? And I was thinking, if you are going to get these type of injuries, get them now. And we've actually weathered it brilliantly, because I would rather these guys be back, right, for that Christmas run, and then after Christmas and leading down to the end of the season. Because if you actually look at it, that's when we've really suffered. Remember last year, got to January, February, right down till the end of the season, all those guys gone. Those in the vital times of the season when you really need your squad, because all of a sudden, those are the games, you get loads of games that all matter. So every Premier League game really, really matters because you're in a run-in. Every Champions League game really, really matters because you're in the knockout stages and stuff like that. If you're going to get an injury, have it now, because you know what? At the end of the day, this is the league stage of it. You know, we're doing all right in it so far. And even when you look at it, last season, PSG, when they won it, right? They won it without even finishing in the top 8 at this stage. At the end of the season, if we can get these guys back, don't rush them back like you have it, and get them back properly, and then have them in for that, you know, from Christmas especially, or that Christmas run, because we've seen even now they put that Palace game in. Look how many games that is in such a short period of time. We're going to need those guys over Christmas, in the new year when the FA Cup kicks in. Then those Champions League games become really, really serious, and then the running. So we've coped brilliantly so far.
Higher chance of recurring injuries, though. Surely, though, if you get them done earlier, they might have a repeat injury. Though, is that not a fear for you as well? Or
obviously, it's a fear. It's always a fear. Every injury is. You don't know what's going to happen. But we've got a big enough squad. We've all been talking about it. Yeah, we've got a big enough and a good enough squad, which has so far proved that it can cope.
It's starting to bend, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
the squad. We're now getting to a stage where it is like we can't afford no more.
If Gyökeres goes down there, I'll be honest. That's down. Oh yeah, of course. Sorry, that's how I'm concerned then for Sunday.
But if Gyökeres
if he's not back by Sunday, sorry, that's a concern.
If Gyökeres goes down, right?
I don't like this Trossard, Martinelli. He said Martinelli up top, Eze in the full side.
Martinelli's gone down as well, hasn't he?
What I'm saying
is the reality of it is, right, so far we've coped. If Gyökeres goes down, right, you can put Marino there, who done brilliantly last season, right? Then you've also got goal-scoring options up front. Eze, Saka, and Trossard. I don't think it's the end of the world. I really don't.
No, I agree with you, but like, you know, what you're doing at this moment in time, I can go back to Haaland. Haaland, at this moment in time, has got to go through exactly what we're going to go through in December, January, playing every single game. You know what I mean? He's going to, you know, tire out, hasn't he? You know what I mean? Like when I look at Trossard, you know what I mean? The work rate he done on the Saturday, I don't think gets the
I thought he was good on Saturday.
Yeah, he was.
I couldn't understand when Matt was saying to me he weren't very good. I remember I said he was good, and then I went on and he had the assist as well.
Yeah,
he played very well. He played really. Trossard, he was
worked tremendously hard down that left flank. You're asking him to do it again. Then you're asking him to do it again on Saturday. You know what I mean?
Is there a myth that the myth obviously he's the best 12th man? Is he better off the bench, or do you?
Well, he played very. I think the last couple of games, you got to look back at the Fulham game. He nicked the goal and we won.
Yeah, but he didn't. He won't.
He weren't great in that game. But still
he's not been great in the game, but he got the big moment.
But I thought that was his best game against Burnley. And I tell you what, he was up against a very, very good Carl Walker.
Yeah, he was.
And you know.
I thought we done very well.
I thought we done very well against him.
He did do well.
So, but you know, you're asking him now to go again today. Maybe as Robbie says, as a forward position. Then you got to go again on Saturday. Then you got like international break where these guys don't get the breaks. You know what I mean? Like they're playing. You know, so it is a bit of a concern now. Like you know what I mean? Like Havertz, Jesus, not seen them all season.
Yeah.
Not seen them all season. Like you know what I mean? Martinelli now has gone down. Why are all the forwards going down? Is because they're being told they're being not as rotated or rested as much as the other guys because we're down. So everybody says we've got a great squad, which we have, but our forward line ain't that great because two of them have not been there.
Yeah.
So
they've been asked to do a lot though.
They've been asked to do a lot.
Go forward with intensity, but also track back. That's why last season all the hammies went for all our wingers. Our wingers. So there is something in that. I don't know if we're managing that.
The myth that it is that if you look at it, Martinelli's been rotated quite a lot with Trossard,
correct,
and he's injured, right? Gyökeres was rested last Wednesday, and then he's injured. You know what I mean? So all this resting like sometimes ain't always the greatest thing neither. But I don't know what the answer is to it. Like you know what I mean? I just think sometimes.
Oh yeah, Noni Madueke is out as well. Like we really are.
And these players. Loads of the thing is though, these players are coming back, right? And when they come back, right, as I said, we're going to look back on it and say it was better than being out when they've been rather than the Christmas. Well, you got that busy Christmas period.
They've got to come back soon, though, Rob.
I know, but I'm saying what he said is they'll be back after the international break, right? So after the international break, Tottenham, Chelsea, and then all those games going down to Christmas.
Well, I'd rather it's busy now, though. We're getting
I've only heard that Odegaard and Madueke are coming back after the international break.
Yeah, Madueke and Odegaard are back after the international break.
But he still ain't got Havertz and Jesus.
No, they said that Havertz is on his way to being back after that international break as well, right? Jesus won't be back until December. They already said that he's not going to be back until at least December, right? But for me, right, there's enough. We've coped brilliantly with the injuries so far, and these guys coming back for that period is more important than being back now because we've coped. We've been all right. The top of the league, we're top. You know, what I mean, we're maximum points in the Champions League. We've been all right. Having them back now, and let's give, as I said, big up the guys that have been here performing week in, week out. It maybe wouldn't have been started. I see some people in the comments saying, you know, AMSN 9393 says Trossard, brilliant output. Siddharth says Trossard is mad underrated. I think that as well. Mad underrated. When you think of what that guy has done since he's come to Arsenal, he's arguably been one of our best signings, you know. We didn't sign him for that much. He's come in. How many clutch moments has he had for Arsenal? The other day, that game against Fulham, that's a clutch moment. Yeah, he may not have had the greatest game, but he won the game for us. That's the winning moment. And that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Across that team, we got guys that can score. You had Eze in the game against Palace. He weren't brilliant, but he had the clutch moment. Great finish. We win the game.
Do you feel confident?
That's what you need.
Sunderland with Bukayo Saka, Trossard, and Eze in the front.
Yeah, I want Gyökeres there. Yeah, but if Gyökeres ain't there, I'm confident with that three. That's a front three. That's a front three that was better than Everton's front three yesterday. Yeah. And it was 1-1 that game, right? And Everton really, when you watch that game overall and watch the highlights, you'd argue they should have won the game, right? I'm confident going up there with that front three, our defence. There's a lot of goals. There's a lot of goals.
I'd go
No, yeah. Okay.
You go what, sorry?
Marino up top.
You could go Marino up top as well, yeah. You can go with that option, but I'm saying to me, there's enough goals in that team, even without Gyökeres. There's enough goals in that team. There's enough options. There's set piece options. There's 3 guys across that front 3. Even if you put Marino in there, that can score goals.
Interesting. A lot of the talk at the moment as well is obviously Max Dowman. Do you play him in tonight's game? Is it someone that, I mean, I see a lot of people in the comments saying his name. I've just seen here that the Haters TV also dropped that he's been firmly integrated into the first team squad. He's bantering with Timber Calafiori and Declan Rice. Max Dowman, you put him in. Well, I think he is out now.
I had Saka starting tonight. I think I'd start Saka, bring Dowman on later on. For me, start Saka, have some real firepower out there, right?
Getting injured, Saka.
It's a risk in every game.
It's true.
Like Lee just said, there's a risk in every game. For me, I'd start Saka in this. I said it in the starting 11. You guys can watch that. That's out now, right? That for me is a mixture of experienced guys, experienced players and younger players or players that don't start every game. And it was interesting. I watched the box to box with Marty and that Sparta Prague fan. And that's what the Sparta Prague fan was going. He goes, we're good at home. He goes, we're not expecting to win. We know that Arsenal are much better than us, right? But they haven't actually lost at home yet in the Champions League. They ain't won, they've drawn. And he said, if teams come and don't respect us, we can catch them by surprise. So, that is a reason for me, again, to think to myself, a bit of experience in there, a bit of nous in there to go and, go and get this game won early. Then you can bring Max Dowman on those players.
I get that. But for me, Saturday is so big. I think it's the biggest game Arsenal have had for a very long time.
I can't believe you keep saying
that.
Yeah, because
I think what comes the next day is so important. If Arsenal win on Saturday,
the Liverpool Man
City are playing, we can just sit there and watch it. I think it's a massive game. If we lose or draw this game against Sunderland, it lets them back in, one of those teams. We don't want to be doing that, And I do think that Saturday is an unbelievably big game for us, more so than this one,
Yeah, it's bigger. It's a bigger game than this. But this game's one in front of us right now. I want to keep that. Want to go into Saturday on, keeping that winning run going.
Yeah, that's another momentum as well, Rob. That's
and as I said, even with Gyökeres out, I think we're playing Slavia Prague. We got a good enough squad to go out there and win that game today. And I also think even if Gyökeres is out, we got a good enough team to go out there and win that game against Sunderland as well at the weekend, right? As long as we don't get any more injuries, you know what I mean? And then if then get that done, and then those guys come back after that international break fresh, because those are some big games after that. You know what I mean? We've got Tottenham at home, we've got Chelsea away, and Bayern.
Yeah, in between.
Bayern in between. That's 3 humongous games over the space of a week.
Tough games. They're going to be.
And if you don't go into those games and get decent results in that, the narrative can change very quickly.
So
in 1 week, imagine you suffered 3 losses on the bounce in those. All of a sudden, it's a different narrative going into a busy period. So that's what I'm saying. I'd rather those guys be coming back for those games, right? That's where I want to see those guys.
We're currently on maximum points, right? From the last international break to now. Yeah. We've won every game.
Won every game and conceded a goal.
That's what was.
That won't last forever, but
no, of course not.
But we also, I put that down. We should win every game.
And then until the next international break, you said.
I said from that one to this one, we should win every game.
I asked a lot of people that question before this one started, and they said, they dropped 1 point, I think, or 2 points as a draw. So, but we didn't lose in it. But I think they said all wins bar 1. It was a draw. So, and you said we should have won every game.
Yeah, well, of course you should. The 2 of the teams that we're playing are promoted from the Championship. We've got past 1. You look back at Crystal Palace at home. You know what I mean?
But even the cup games as well, you expect to maximum points.
Well, no, Brighton I expected. If there wasn't one, I said maybe it was a draw, would have been Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, even that.
But we was superb in that. I was looking at the league games more than the cup games, but Fulham away, I expected us to win that, which they have.
We drew that last year, though. Remember what we also got to remember is, even though we look on them games and say you're supposed to win those, we drew that last year. We lost to West Ham last year.
Yeah, and that's why we didn't win the league last year.
Yeah, we reversed a lot of things
A
in
lot
that
of
period.
games.
So it's important that we just finish it off.
Yeah.
These next 2 games, so important. Like, you know,
Yeah.
let's get the result. I don't care. I'll tell you this now. I don't care if I'm bored out of my box tonight and I'm bored out of my box on Saturday. Like, I do it. My attitude will change when we go back after the international break, because we've got to play better against the likes of Spurs, Bayern, and Chelsea to get results. But the most important thing in these next 2 games is just win.
Your box you mean your head, yeah? Not you haven't got a box here and spot a spot. Yeah, no.
Just
you mean your head though?
Just in my head, like,
just for your copy slang. Hospitality. Sometimes
just win these 2 games. Just win.
You don't mind how it's done. Let me read this. No sign of Gyökeres, Havertz, Jesus, Madueke, Martinelli, and Odegaard in training. Kepa not there either.
Let's just stop that myth straight away, right? Yeah, because they've not been seen in the open, it doesn't mean to say they've not trained. You know, Kepa might be doing something different and whatever, like, you know. There could be.
We've seen that before
many a times. You know what I mean? They don't like give away to everything, like, you know. And then the next day that they're training, but at the end of the day, yeah, that's a myth.
But they went on to say Andre Anus was training with the first team as well instead of the under 19. So I don't know if he's the real question is if he travelled with the team over. If he did, you might actually see some minutes.
Yeah, don't necessarily need. As I said, there's enough goals in that team, right?
Are we underestimating him? No, you said you watched the box to box, and he said he can catch teams cold. And if you're putting him
underestimating Slavia Prague, if you've got Eze, right, who costs £65 million. You've got Saka, who's probably worth about nearly £200 million. You've got Trossard, who is a top player. Many top teams. You've got Mika Trossard. Trossard's probably worth 30-40 million. He's 31 now. That's the only reason why. You've got Mika Marino, who's scoring hat tricks for Spain and things like that.
20 minutes.
How are you underestimating?
I'm talking about Andre Anus though. If Andre Anus is starting up top, I'd be like, oh, yeah, like, this is a big amount. That's a bit.
I don't think Andre Anus is going to start.
Well, that's where I was kind of reading it from.
There's enough firepower in a team full of internationals, even the players that are coming in, right? In Capia knows that's an experienced international player who's playing at Bayer Leverkusen. He's an Ecuadorian international. In no way are we underestimating him, I don't think, because I know he's not going to put out a weakened side against them, right? There is enough there to win that game. Like this guy said, we are just looking at his comment. He said it's Slavia bloody Prague. You know what I mean? It's not disrespecting them.
No,
we're on another level to them. We're supposed to win that game. Like Lee says, the big one is Sunderland on Sunderland away at the weekend. But I watched their game last night. We got enough to beat them too. You know what I mean? I know they've had some great results. That result at Chelsea was a great result. They got battered by Man United as well, though. You can go with what we've got. If we're going to be champions, we've got to go and win those games. Like
they're top four at the moment.
They've got enough players in that team, even with those guys missing. Even because if all those guys are available, it's not every single one of them you'd be saying starting, would you?
No.
Who would you start? With all those guys that are missing tonight, it's probably only Gyökeres that everyone of us would agree on starting. And Odegaard. And then even on that, remember, when Odegaard was fit, there was a lot of people saying he shouldn't start, it should be Eze. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, I thought he was in that camp as well, if I'm honest.
Now all of a sudden, we ain't got Odegaard. You know what I mean? Come on, we stop whinging, man. We've got enough to go into this game. I know as long as those guys are coming back, we're on the way back. Where's Madueke? People are screaming. There's a lot of people who didn't even want him.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's true. That's very
right.
True.
Well, stop whinging. Right, we've got enough here. Right, enough here. I want those guys back after international.
I'm concerned about Gyökeres, though. I'll be honest.
Fresh and ready to go.
I'm concerned about Gyökeres. Not to say he was in the Arsenal shirt flying and just putting in hat tricks.
I heard you saying after one thing that you dropped him.
Nah.
You did drop Gyökeres, you said, and you
I never said that. He's lying. He's doing the Lauren Lyle thing. Not me. I'm a Gyökeres fan.
Isn't there one game when you said nope with Gyökeres?
Nope. Check all the predicts levels. People know. People follow me.
I love eating Victoria sponge cake because of it.
I love Victoria Gyökeres. I like.
One go to Victoria Station. What's going on?
I'm a big fan of Gyökeres. I don't think I'm concerned about him not being here because I'm be looking at, like I said, our goal scoring. Yes, we score goals, but not enough to say okay, when he's out the side, we're going to be fine. I know he hasn't been scoring loads of goals, but he's definitely a focal point, something that, you know, we've been building towards. And also been playing better with him in the side. We'll see tonight, because he's probably not going to.
There's a lot of people who are like, yeah, Gyökeres is not sure about
Loads of people say that to me.
Right,
I've got DMs, people saying.
Yeah, so why are they crying now? Why are they crying now if he's not there? He's crying.
I've always been in the camp.
Over Sesko, he was always Victor Gyökeres all the way through.
With Gyökeres, I've always said he's, you know, people, yeah, we have got him to score goals, but he is occupying the two central defenders. He does that a lot. And also, like the last couple of games, he's done that and he's scored a few goals. Yeah. So I think he's just starting to get going, if you like.
The only thing, like you said, with the Gyökeres thing is I didn't like what Arteta said when he's like, we still don't know. We're going to have to do a scan and find out what it is, because he said it weren't a month. But then I don't know with this guy, as I said, I don't know.
He's not had a scan. What the scan machine not working since?
They must have scanned straight away.
Tuesday. Of course he is. I don't believe anything he says.
I don't know
really
what to believe.
Do you?
Nah. But then with Martinelli, it sounded like it was minor, but he's been out now for a couple of games.
But that's what he does. Sometimes he says things like,
we know Martinelli's not going to be back.
They were laughing earlier about the 200 million for Saka.
Sold from Saka says if Saka's worth 200 million, Haaland is probably worth £1 billion. He scored 20 more goals than Saka. Ha ha ha.
Yep.
Haaland is probably worth about, right now, if you're trying to buy Haaland, 350, 300 million.
Yeah, without
300 million without a doubt. I think Saka is up. Listen, Isak went for 150 million. Well, maybe 200 million is too much. He's
175.
He's worth more than Isak.
Yeah, of course.
He's an England international. He's one of England's main players. He's
still young. Verts went for 120.
Yeah.
Better
than Verts. And remember, especially in this country, he's an English player. English players work. They're valued higher. Yeah. There is an English tax. Yeah. So
let me
maybe 200, just stretching it a little bit.
Yeah, 200 is too much.
Yeah. Rob seems quite relaxed in this live.
175. Would you agree with that?
Yeah,
175 million right now.
He seems quite Rob's very relaxed.
I'm always relaxed. I'm always relaxed.
You've got to put this image in your head when you're watching Arsenal. Nice and safe.
That is an image I don't want to see.
I'm not a panicker, man. I'm not a panicker.
Not a panicker at all. Let's see what some of these comments are saying. Obviously, tonight's game here is 6:45 kickoff here. Yeah, and it's 5:45.
We're out ahead, isn't it? So let's work that out.
Yeah, work that out. It's 5:45 back home, so work it out.
Oh, I just double check.
6:45.
Well, I've got some of the comments here. Gyökeres injuries looks like it's bad, says Tara Yanos. But the thing is, we don't know.
We don't know anything.
We don't know, right?
How can it be that when you say when it looks bad, he walked off? There was no indication on Saturday that he was injured when he walked off. He was talking to the referee as he went down the tunnel, saying and moaning that he got an elbow. I don't know if you know. You know. So it weren't no limp. There weren't no nothing. There was no indication that he was injured.
Yeah.
So I don't know about. I'm not so sure about that. I think it was more precautionary.
So do I. Robert 0907 says, "Stop moaning and get on with the game." I'm with you, bro. I'm with you with that.
People ask about Saliba.
Who's been moaning?
Huh?
Who's been moaning?
No, I'm not saying you guys are moaning, but there are some people moaning about injuries, right? Which is, but I still think last year, I'd be devastated right now because what would we have had to have come in?
Well, what we've got now,
right? No, we wouldn't.
We've got Marino up top. Go on.
The strength in depth that we've got. We didn't have Eze last year.
No,
you put in there, did you? So Odegaard would be out. You wouldn't have that option, right? You know what I mean? There's options now. There's options. Sometimes that options means switching up a little bit how you play. So, all right, you're not going to be able to hit it into the channels for Gyökeres tonight. You might have to play it into field.
Are they capable of doing that?
People are asking about the state of Saliba's injury as well. Like even that,
Saliba was out and then he was back on it. And he actually said, if you go back to his press conference, we're not too sure about him. We've got another training session today.
There's not much been said
and then
about
he played.
And then he played.
Yeah, and he played on Saturday and he played well.
There's not been said much.
We don't really know what it is like. The scan machine's not working. So
the scan machine's not working.
So there you go. We'll take the risk. So look, I don't feel. Listen, if Gyökeres is missing on Sunday, I think he'll be back after the international
Before
break.
we read that super chat, it's funny. I know that at Burnley, Ryan gave his shirt away to a fan, and everyone was laughing about. Literally, there's not a speck of mud on it. Like he gets nothing. He never really gets involved in games. There's a joke about an AFTV saying she'll work from home, and I've seen that everywhere now. Like it's mad, isn't it? Just to keep us barely involved at this. At the
John
moment.
Hefford 9433 with a super chat says, "Lee, calm down, mate. We've let 3 goals in all season. Everyone is in fear of us. Have faith. This helps Arteta rotate because player-wise, because otherwise players will not be getting games."
Mona.
I've not known once. I've just said, look, all I want is those injured players back sooner rather than later. And I think this is very, very important. The likes of Havertz, in particular him, not so much Jesus, he's got a long-term injury, but them coming back, you know what I mean?
Do you think he needs to be this concerned now, considering we're not losing games? Is it something that, as fans, we should be like? Are we preempting a little bit too much? Because we're winning games. Is there a point to make a point of it? Do we need to do it now?
I look at Saka and he's not been quite at his best, and a bit because I don't think that he's up and running as the way he should be. Because Madueke went down early, you know what I mean. Want him back, you know what I mean. Like, because listen, look, you know, in games. Look, injuries can happen, as we say, like, but the chances are an injury happens from 70 minutes onwards. You know what I mean? So, you know, you're taking Saka off after 70 minutes and bringing on Madueke. Well, you know what I mean? That's serious stuff.
Stressed.
You can bring him off and bring Max down.
Oh yeah,
for even that.
Because he's on the bench.
That's
what I'm saying. These are good options, man. You know, big up Rob, Cecil, and Judges coming from Guna 7135. Quincy 2507 says, "Hey guys, Quincy here from Trinidad. Massive fan of yours and all the works. So big him up." This guy says, "Tempt Alvarez to join us in January. That'd be good." Christian Jam says, "Cecil, have you ever been to North Macedonia?"
I haven't. Rob, when can we go to North Macedonia? All my trips are normally with AFTV, so we can line it on up. That'd be great. I'd love that.
Where is it? Is that near it? Is that near Czech Republic? I think it is, you know.
I have no idea. My geography is terrible. You're right there, mate.
Gyökeres news is concerning. Injuries are piling up, funnily enough. In certain positions, our squad is currently thin, says Jake Ben Moore. But we've got 2 more games, including if you include tonight, until that international break.
North Macedonia's next to Serbia.
Serbia,
yeah, it's not too far from.
Which is not too far from here. I don't think.
Not
a million miles away.
Yeah.
Sing Alex song. Sorry. Says sign Alex song. Says our midfield will be dead tonight if it's Mourinho and Norgard. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with Mourinho and Norgard in midfield?
No, I'm looking forward to seeing Norgard play.
Norgard's a good player. Norgard's a good player. You know what I mean? Like,
I think he is as well. I think he's been a little bit. What's the word? Being
disrespected.
Not disrespected. I think being judged on things when he's not had enough minutes yet. Like, you know, let him get him some more minutes and then have a. You know, I think
the decent shot on the weekend as well. I thought he played all right when he came on.
Robin Sports and Ethan Wanieri, they said, do you think he's being a bit?
Sorry?
Ethan Wanieri, do you think he's being overlooked or being disrespected?
He played today. I know when he came on, he looked good against Burnley. He played really well when he came on against Burnley. One Manic says, what's the benefit of telling fans and your opposition how long your injuries are? No benefit.
Great point. Great shout. Why go and say he's going to be out when he might not be? That's a great point.
What are your thoughts on these words from Trossard in the press conference earlier? When Mikel Arteta was singing, this is what the reporter said, when Mikel Arteta was singing your praises last season, he did say you could be a bit grumpy. Leandro Trossard said, I think that was more about in training. When I lose games, I can be upset. I just have the mentality, I want to win everything.
Love that.
Yeah.
Do you want people to be happy they're on the bench? You want people to be, you know, a bit peed off, you know, in the right way.
Yeah.
In the right way.
There's
on the bench.
Because I was going to say nowadays
in the right way.
In football they say that if you're on the bench, you're part of the squad. You have to be they want you to be a positive effect even on the bench.
Do you know what, right? I think
I used to be pissed off.
I think let's give Mikel Arteta his props, right? Because one of the things that he's done, he's obviously now got this big squad. And he hasn't had the whole squad fit. Right? When that whole squad's fit, he's going to have, Lee, you said it the other day, it's going to be first team players. They ain't even going to be on the bench. They're not even going to be in the squad. And he's going to have to go to them and say, you're not playing this week, right? But I think, this is just from the outside looking in, I think that he's sort of like got it within these players. Like, listen, you're all going to get used. You've all got a very important part to play. So if you're not playing this week, chill. You're going to get games.
Yeah.
And I think they're buying into that. I really do think they're
All of
buying
them,
into that.
Yeah, that's what
I don't see.
There's not
It
one
doesn't
player
look
you
to
think-
me that there's players out there whinging. To me, you look at that Arsenal team, and there's only a few players that are certainties. So if you to go through it,
Go on.
Raya's a certainty,
Yeah.
right? Timber at this moment in time is a certainty. So is Saliba
Gabriel.
and Gabriel, right? They're certainties, right? In midfield, Rice is a certainty.
Yeah, he has to go.
And I think Saka, once he's up to full speed, he's a certainty. I think
Was
those are the...
Victor a certainty or not?
I think that's the only certainty. We
Wow.
don't know yet.
Havertz returns,
When
I'm
Havertz
sure.
is back, you don't know if
you don't know what's happening on the left-hand side.
That's a good
You
point.
don't know who's going to be a certainty on the left. You don't know which of those other midfielders are going to be a certainty. Will Odegaard be a certainty? We don't know.
No, that's a great point.
Calafiori, or is it Hincapie, or
Wait,
is
you
it
think
is it
Odegaard will be a
is it
certainty?
Miles Lewis Skelly?
No, I don't think he is a certainty at the moment.
He's not a certainty.
His performances will dictate that.
Yeah, if he comes in and he has 3-4 good games, he'll be a certainty. But if he don't come in and this is what we want, isn't it? It's
No,
what
it
we
is.
wanted
It
for
is.
years.
It'd be a
That a player
surprise.
knows, right? When you're training, you're like, I've got to train well, man. I
Yeah.
might not get in. If I put in like 6 out of 10 in training, I might not make the squad this weekend. I've got to show the manager that, even in training, this is what we want. This is what we want a competition for serious competition. Because I only think there's a few nailed-ons in that team right now.
In the press conference, Mikel Arteta was asked about on the pattern of Arsenal's injuries, which we've been discussing a lot in this live. He went on. He said, "We looked at everything. We have 4 knee injuries: just Jesus, Havertz, Madueke, and Odegaard. Then we have a muscular injuries with other players, which can happen at every club. Which can happen." He said, and every club is having. He says, "I think it's very unusual to have that many players in the front line with issues," which we also discussed. "We have to face it. We've been facing it in a brilliant way, and will continue like this." So he's saying he's dealing with it. He said the team, and we have kind of said that we are winning. Things aren't.
It's got the squad to deal with it right now. You know what I mean? For me, big up to Alex Clements. He said the game is at 4:45 a.m. in Australia.
Jeez,
Big up every Australian fan and fans who live down that side of the world, Singapore, Indonesia. Look at the time.
That's
They have to
unreal.
watch that game, right? Proper fans. Trust me. Soul from Saturn says, "Stop fretting. Eze is class, and Crystal Palace best player last year. Your squad is the best in the league. I don't know where you got the money from to buy all of them, right?"
It's interesting, isn't it? When it comes to Eze. Yeah, he's amazing at Palace. You're right, and he was their focal point. He was a maverick for them. Yet to see, in my opinion, I'm still yet to see that level at Arsenal, but it will take time.
I haven't seen that level, but he's still
that
right?
goal was very important. I must say,
Big
against Crystal
goal.
Palace. That I will say, and it was a very good, not even just a big goal, very well taken goal. So we know he has the quality. It's just I just want to see more of it. Even Mikel Merino, that little back heel assistant, even that was
Exactly.
like
There's
levels of these players that
forget that moment.
He can.
And where was he playing when he played that? He's playing up front.
Yeah.
And that was a brilliant back heel.
Quality
Right?
bit of
Even
skill.
just to think of that.
Yeah, like
So I said, we got the players, man.
Yeah, it's true.
There's 2 of the guys in Spanish international banging in goals for Spain.
Yeah, if he does go up front today, it more than likely a score.
Hopefully.
Farch 2002 says, "Is headphones in Prague with you guys?" I know he was desperately trying to get out of it. It's been a struggle to get tickets for this game.
Really hard.
Even if you're a fan that goes to every single game, it's been really because the allocations. You said 900 or
I
something.
think it's 900. Yeah,
Oh, it was thousands. One, there's 900.
Might be
yeah.
1,000.
Why is it so low? If they've got 20,000,
20,000. 20,000. Not
It's not big. So what's Bournemouth? Is it 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 19 is not 90,000. It's
I
90,000.
think Burnley was only 21.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot there.
Nanda
Yeah,
Laguna
right.
says, "Come to Macedonia, AFTV. Would love to get Lee, Cecil, and Robbie drunk in Raycon."
Well,
I
there you
mean,
go. when I was getting you drunk.
When I got
Yeah.
drunk last night,
I had
two
two.
cocktails and he was gone.
I don't drink like that.
Nearly fell over on the ballot.
Yo, man, he tripped up last night. That would have been
It was
bad.
break dancing on one of them. Like that.
Champion TJ says, Raya, Timber, Mosquera, Gabriel, Mars Lewis Skelly, Norgard, Rice, Eze, Trossard, Marino, Saka will be the team.
Yeah, that's a good team.
Let me
isn't
see
it?
that. Let me
That'd
see
be a
Raritan,
That'd be a very strong team if that's the team tonight.
Mazurski, Norgard, Rice. It's kind of similar to what we kind of discussed as Trossard, Sacco. Yeah.
KY says Lewis Skelly in midfield, Marino up front, Gabriel plays Hincapia left back.
Anyone see Mazurski play in midfield this season at all? Do you think you will see him play in midfield?
plays-
Plays all the time, Rob.
How many more times I've got to tell you?
How many times have I got to tell you?
He has played in here one game this season.
Actually, on that.
Wait, this
How
season?
many-
Has it done it season?
Oh, you know what, right? Because he was watching back that video.
That is
Right? He was watching it back on Saturday. He was driving back. You know the
Oh,
game-
is it?
Yeah, you know the game when you didn't turn up. You know,
Yeah.
when you was out partying the night before. Same party we were at, by the way. But anyway, right? We
Anyway.
were watching that video, right? And you know, I'm thinking about it. When have we seen him play midfield? He played
We haven't.
once.
Did he? What? He played in midfield? I thought it was last season, towards back
He
at the end of last
come
season.
on in midfield in one game for about 10
This season.
minutes. This
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
Was it this season?
Yeah.
I thought it was the end of
He
last
played
season.
actually left wing on
When?
against Burnley. Come on, then played in front of Hincapia.
Really?
Well, you should be watching the
I
game.
was watching the game, man. I showed you me watching it. But yeah. Right,
Remember,
I didn't see that though.
879 says, Sir Robbie, please read my comment, please. Big up to you.
They got
Yeah, Ray Cut, best alcoholic drink, says Christian. He's really trying to get. I want to go North Macedonia now, man.
North Macedonia. What's it like over there? I thought I was in Africa. My bad. My geography's terrible.
Yeah, you're thinking of that bleeding manic. What is it? That cartoon you're thinking.
Madagascar.
Madagascar. You're thinking. Jesus.
Lorenzo says, I think Yokere's injury isn't that serious. He got an elbow. That's it. He'll be back in training for Sunderland. I hope you're right, man.
Can I ask quickly? You see, I speak to a lot of fans. Obviously, we all do. But I speak to one, and they're all saying that their big take this season. A lot of fans I speak to is Arsenal do the double this season. They don't say what trophies it is, but they say it's 2 trophies. Have we, as a club, ever gone on a run or a drought of not winning and then getting 2? Well, there will be loads in it, like a double straight away.
We've
I know
done it in
We've done it.
the 90s.
2002.
We went 3 times second.
Yeah,
And then we won.
one double.
But we got the double at the end of the year.
Double.
That's my bad.
And, then,
We won the league and then
and you know what? That's how it can happen sometimes. It can happen that
the league and FA Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in '98 we hadn't won it.
I definitely believe. Listen,
Is that possible? Is that possible?
Listen, I don't know what we're going to win this year, right? I don't even know if we're
Just
going to
want
win
to
anything.
get one over
Hopefully
the
we
line
do.
first.
But I honestly think this team's better equipped this year than it's ever been. And
Yeah.
I honestly think there's a more belief in this team. Sometimes when you've been there a couple of times, you've been close, you know.
I think they've got the hunger for it. Do you think that? I do think that the
Yeah.
club, the players, the manager, and everybody that got the hunger.
Playing
Where
like-
are you seeing that?
They play like every game
Are you-
means something.
But where are you seeing?
I'm seeing it in little things like against Burnley. 10 minutes to go from the end, the determination to keep a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Forget about winning the game. That was done. There was a determination to win. I'm then seeing us change a load of players and all fighting to keep that clean sheet at the end of the game. So there's a mentality. Yeah. There's definitely a mentality change. And I'll go back to what I said yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Winning games 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 4-2. They've stopped. 0-0. So there's a definite shift in that. And listen, when you win leagues, we've been fortunate enough to see that, Rob, haven't we? There's 1 or 2 players that change that.
Mm-hmm.
Change that. I look back at the '98 side, Overmars and a Petit came into that team, and it transformed it into. You look in 2002, along comes Sol Campbell,
Mm-hmm.
and I look at Eze now, and I look at Declan Rice coming to this side.
Yeah, Rice, I think, will be the
and players like that, just pushing us up a little notch. And listen, at the end of the day, I think that we've gone up a notch, and the others have gone down a notch. You know what I mean? Which happens in football. So and you have to take advantage of that, because at the end of the day, the Liverpool's. Let's talk about Liverpool. Next season, they might not have a blip. You know what I mean? So when they have had a blip this time, you have to take.
That's what they did last year.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what they done.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly that. And before you knew it, you couldn't catch them up.
Yeah.
And that's what we've
They
got
ran
to do.
away. Also, on top of that, Arteta obviously doing a lot of things to improve certain things to get the fans on side under the stadium atmosphere. Yesterday, I had a message from someone who's at the stadium and said they've just added in the south upper safe standing railings at the Emirates as well. So they're looking to that so they get more fans singing and chanting. So yeah, which is happening.
Should have done that ages ago, to be honest.
Do you think, to get people up and
ages ago. I don't know why that hasn't been done for so long.
To improve the
everybody stands up anyway. Don't they?
Yeah. In the clock in the North Bank, like they should have done that ages ago. I'm not giving them no plaudits for that. Christian Ware says when it rains, it pours trophies. Right, and I hope it's true. Dennis Arsenal says
that's a great point. Winning breeds winning, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Like, I think that if we get one over the line, I think that's why I think like the League Cup, the Carabao Cup is very important to us.
Yeah. Dennis Arsenal says I met Robbie for the first time in Östersunds in Sweden. Great guy, big up AFTV.
When was that?
I remember that.
When was that?
That's the coldest.
Is that the coldest snow?
Oh my God!
I remember the snow game.
Cold. I always remember that game. There's a fan there. Lee, it was 10
T-shirt.
Yeah, and the T-shirt. There's a guy there in the first half. He had no shirt on.
That's unreal.
For who? For an Arsenal fan? Or
an Arsenal fan. And I was just looking at this guy. I'm there. I've got coat. I think I had a Canada Goose. I had coats underneath. I had about 10 layers. Like I was like this. I was watching the game. I wasn't even enjoying it. I was so cold. Yeah.
Topless.
And I see. Yeah. And I said, nah. Well, I said, half time. I made my way to the guy. And I go, you're a problem. Ain't you cold? And he goes, I'm from Finland, man. This is nothing.
I remember. I remember going to Basel. You remember in Basel?
Oh, in Basel,
in the train station, and I said, I ain't going to make this game. It was that cold.
No. Listen, I went in that Basel.
That was cold.
That was cold. It's cold and foggy, wasn't it? Remember?
Yeah, it's awful.
Right. But I'm telling you, right, that Östersund.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's a beautiful place. It was picturesque. It was like because they do skiing there and that. Ski Sunday and all that type of vibe. Right? There was snow everywhere. There's snow on the terraces. But bro, that was the two coldest games I've ever been to. That one, I went to a game when Arsenal played in Ukraine, right? When they switched the game. They switched the game to the Dynamo Kiev's ground. Yeah. Bro, I was the only saving grace of that game was that the hotel was literally opposite the stadium. Those are the quickest fan cams I ever did. Like every fan cam lasted about 30 seconds. Yeah. What do you think? Yeah. No, great win. Yeah. Cheers. Right. Next one.
I've done that a few times.
I'm telling you, I came out of the hotel, Lee. They had like some screen in there that showed the temperature. It was minus 19.
Oh.
What?
Minus 19.
How can you play football in there?
Do you remember when Bodo Glimt was like? I remember Julian was like, "It's not cold," Julian, when we went to Bodo Glimt, he said, "It's not cold out. You lot are just over that." It was freezing.
It was
Absolutely freezing.
Coldest one that I think I've been to remember for a long time was at Emirates when we played Man City. It was just after.
Oh yeah. And it was an awful performance. We lost 3-0 as well.
It was just.
Now the players play in the cold. I was such a fair weather player.
Hottest game.
I hated it.
Hottest game I've ever been to. Again, I know that one. That is easy for me, right? Hottest game for me, right?
America, what, preseason?
China, in the Bird's Nest Stadium, beautiful stadium. It was so hot, Lee.
Really?
Right in
sunny.
It was about 20 minutes ago, and I'm like, oh, please, this game just hurry up and finish. It was too hot, man. Like because in China, when it gets hot, it's like that humid.
Yeah.
It's like you're in an oven. It was like I've never been as hot as that and as uncomfortable in my life, bro. I'll tell you, it was too hot.
I remember. Do you remember Arsenal versus Liverpool back in the 80s when I think Brian Talbot scored a free kick? It was really sunny days, 57,000 fans there. It was like people were getting
fainting.
That was a bad one.
Did you not in Qatar? That was a hot.
No, Qatar was hot. Right? They got air conditioning in the stadium. Qatar was nice, man. You're inside the ground. They've got air conditioning. Sometimes in the stadium in Qatar, the World Cup is too cold.
Orlando was a bit humid, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was humid. That was hot. I remember in the previews it was boiling.
Actually, do you remember Orlando? Right? What was that game? The Storm.
Yeah.
And that's why when I saw that time with Chelsea, remember they had that game in the summer in the Club World Cup, and Maresca was moaning. And he's going, "Oh, what's this ridiculous that they ended it?" But he don't understand that. When there was lightning started, remember we saw that lightning, we saying, "Oh my God."
The result in the Concord, when there's up in, that was Yeah, and he thought, well, is this game going to go ahead? And all of a sudden, they got the warning off, and it was like, lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah. Last 2002 says, I'm telling you, we're going to win the Champions League.
There is a case for it. I mean, you look at obviously PSG in there still. Who else is really? I think Bayern's a really good team. And I think
Bayern's going to be a great test for us.
That would really tell us where we're at because they're flying. At least say Harry Kane. Like it's going to be.
Who would you say then? Who would you pick out as the teams to?
There's
some good teams.
Bayern and PSG.
What about Barca? That's another good team, man. Lamine Yamal, Rashford, Lewandowski. You know what I mean? They've got a great.
I don't know how they face up against
flaws.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how they face up against English teams.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, they're playing much better this season.
Yeah, they are playing much better. But I think
Mbappe.
I think PSG is still better.
It's PSG and Bayern. I think they do well against English teams.
Doué got a bad injury the other day, didn't he? Doué. I think he picked up a bad injury the other day.
They got Spurs in a few weeks, haven't they?
Yeah, but PSG are top. I think, Real Madrid, Barcelona, they're going to be up there. They're top as well. Bayern, like you said, Harry Kane and that. There's some very good sides left.
And I also think with Bayern is that they're walking their league at the moment.
Yeah.
So that means that they can.
Billy lost the game.
Yeah,
I don't think they've lost.
So they can start, resting a few players in league games before and after where other teams can't. So
and they've got that experience. I mean, Bayern over any of them teams, Bayern, Barca, Real Madrid over 2 legs, PSG, those are tough games, man. And then you still got, Liverpool, City, they'll get better.
Bayern versus PSG, when's that coming? He said that'll be interesting. So they're playing
tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some big games tonight, isn't it? So Real Madrid playing.
Real Madrid are playing Liverpool.
Yeah, are we going to be able to?
Yeah, we'll be able to.
Maybe by the time we finish doing all our fan cams and that.
Nice to find
we watched Tottenham game, didn't we?
It'd be nice if we can watch some of those games, some big games.
Who would you make favourites to win it this year?
PSG.
Think.
Do reigning champions always become?
No,
they don't. But I think you can't.
It's like Liverpool were.
They destroyed teams. Like the only team they didn't destroy towards the back end was us. But they I thought was very impressive in the final. They've got a little bit of experience.
The only thing is though,
Manchester City.
PSG do you think maybe a couple of teams have learned how to play against them? Because I thought Chelsea, when they beat them in that final, they sussed them.
Yeah, they sussed them a little bit.
PSG weren't good in that game.
They sussed them a bit.
The Trent Derby, of course. Yeah, Real Madrid.
I think one of the English clubs will go close.
Yeah.
What were you saying? What final or semis? Because we got to the semis last year.
Semi-final, final.
And remember, there's 6 English clubs in there.
Six in there.
6.
Name them. Arsenal,
Liverpool, Tottenham,
Villa in there,
Newcastle, and City.
Villa not yet.
Villa in the Europa League.
In the Europa.
Oh no, sorry. Arsenal, Tottenham, City, Liverpool, Newcastle,
Chelsea.
Chelsea. That's the one I'm missing.
Yeah.
And right now in the top
world champions, you missed the world champions.
Oh, don't piss off. In the top 6 right now, it's only Arsenal representing in England. The top 6 or top 4, sorry.
I don't look into that.
Yeah, still early, man. Then you got City,
Manchester City are in
Newcastle 8th.
So
Barcelona 9th at the moment.
So 5 teams have won all their games. Bloody hell, in the Champions League
so far.
Okay.
And that stops today because Bayern Munich and PSG play each other.
Oh my god! And Liverpool, Real Madrid play each other. Real Madrid could win it, but and then Inter Milan. Inter Milan.
I think the important thing for Arsenal, right, is get into that top 8 like what we did last year, right? For 2 reasons. Number one, this year, what they didn't do last year is that the higher you finish up, you've got that home advantage in the second game.
Yeah,
which is
massive.
Which we should have had last year against Real Madrid and PSG, but they overlooked it. They have put that in place this year. And secondly, you don't have to do that playoff game. The amount of fixtures that
and they're so intense.
That's so important.
They will be intense. But in saying that, PSG went through that and got here. So
they went through that. But do you want to go through that?
No, but
because you can go through that and get knocked out.
Yeah. PSG win every trophy. Did they win? They won the Champions League. What else they won? They won every trophy. They won the
cup. They won the cup in their country. They won the league.
How did they do? Do they have a massive squad as well? I mean,
it's not that league is nowhere near as easy as nowhere near as difficult as the Premier League is. But listen, they're still a great side. They proved it last year that how great they were. They would they'd smash any league with
Yeah.
the players they got and the manager they got.
And they did.
And they did.
Yeah, done well.
They
Yeah,
did.
They smashed it.
They did.
On the Champions League.
I think it depends where
They won
Arsenal
everything
are in the
apart
league,
from the
where the
Club World
Champions
Cup.
League will decide. If Arsenal are running away with the league, then it's a different scenario. If it's tight, I don't think Arsenal are, at this moment in time, good enough to compete with both.
Yeah.
So,
I want to in the chat because over 1,000 of you watching this live. We're here midday, of course. Well, it's 2 o'clock over at the moment. Games are not long away. We've still got to go and get our tickets, isn't it? But what's your predictions for the game tonight? What did you go?
I'll be honest, I just threw one out there because you lot went 2-0, I went 3-0. But realistically,
I went 2-0. You went.
I went 2, but I think realistically 1.
Maybe 1. Yeah, that's
what you guys saying out there.
He'll rotate.
What's your prediction? Ryan's gone 3-0. Big up to Ryan in the chat. 87 says 0-0. Oh God, no, I don't think it'll be 0-0. AP G6666 says 2-0. Alex Clement says 2-0 to Arsenal. A lot of people going for 2-0. Tolawana says 2-0. 3-0 says Guna 7135. Jay Rorkos 1-0. Nando the Gunner says 3-1. EGW 2-0. SMG says 3-1 to Arsenal. So we concede. Phil Pop Guna says 3-0. Alexander Khalid says 5-0. Come on, take that. 1-0 says Christian to Arsenal. AP says that Eze and Saka goal tonight. Just come through it unscathed. Sunderland is the game, says Matt Whitman.
I'm with you.
That's such a lead. That's a lead judges.
2-0 says Anajit. Saka's older brother says 4-0. Visionary 345 3-0. Kid Candle 2-0. Jex Me 6205 says 2-0. CR Tube says 2-1. I think our clean streak ends today with the changes. 2-2 says Adita. 4-0 though says Don P 978. 3-0 says Amson. 3-0 says Stephen. 6-0 says no, it won't be 6-0. Gumby says 2-1 Arsenal to lose. All right. 4-0 says Colin Poorman 8434. Faraz says 2-0 to the Arsenal. So a lot of 2-0 seems to be a common.
Yeah. I think it's like the more than average one, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. All right. Well,
big up to Philip Popgoon who says I'm also Jamaican. We are doing a special live stream for Jamaica. You're going to see it announced very shortly. It's going to be happening next week. Special live stream to raise money for those people in Jamaica who've lost absolutely everything. So look out for that coming up really, really soon. Rayo says 5-2 to the Arsenal. We were the 5-2 scorelines against Tottenham.
Yeah.
Would you start Ranieri, Robbie? Says Christian. Yes, I would.
Yes.
100%.
Predicted 11 video should be.
Yeah, the predicted 11 is out right now, and you'll get to see
what we would like to see.
Yeah, a lot of changes, Lee.
I made a lot of changes. Yeah.
You're sticking with that.
Sticking with it. I don't think it will happen, but that's what I would do.
Yeah. So there was a lot of changes, but listen, as long as we get the job done, which is the team are more than capable to do, shouldn't really matter. Like everyone said, Saturday, is the game that we'll look should never overlook games, but
I will be going up there very, very nervous.
For Sunderland?
Yes, because I know how important that game is.
Gee, you kind of like it's a North London derby, mate. It is Jesus Christ.
It is an important game, though.
It is, but guys are very, very nervous. You're not confident in your team.
Yeah, but I can't emphasise how big this game is.
But you're confident. You're confident Arsenal will get the job done, or you not? Or you actually know that it might not be.
I think that if we get the right, if we've got players right out there, right attitude and everything. I think if we win that game, I think it's. Listen, I think
do we do win the league or what?
Next game will be the next Tottenham game because this game is the most important.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Chelsea, I'll tell you, can't afford to lose. This is the most important.
If you're saying Sunday, Saturday at Sunderland,
obviously
we win the league.
Tottenham's important for a lot of reasons, and Chelsea always a lot of it. But the reason that this game is big is because what comes the next day. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, that's the better way to put it. Instead of saying this is the biggest.
Because it was a big game on Saturday, right? But it didn't mean nothing in the end because both teams Liverpool and Man City
They
won
won.
as well. So you just go on to the next game. But whatever happens, one of them teams is dropping points on Sunday.
What do you want
It's
to see happen?
massive.
A
What
draw,
do I
a
wanna see?
draw, or
A draw.
or something.
If Arsenal win, a draw.
Okay.
If Arsenal win, a draw. If Arsenal win, probably Liverpool will win it because Man City are closer to us. I don't know.
Fair. Only by 1
But
point.
you know what? If we win, I don't
I
care.
don't care, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
All
my
right.
God.
So we come to the end of the stream now. We're
Mhm.
going to pick up our tickets for the game tonight. We're over here in Prague. Big up to everybody who's joined us on this live. Right. Maybe we'll come back with another live. Maybe later on tonight or in the morning. Oh, we got a Forever Arsenal.
For Arsenal tomorrow morning.
So yeah. Over here in Prague. But yeah, it's been good so far. Let's hope it continues to be good. Goal scorers. So you went. Would you go 3-0?
3-0.
Who are your goal scorers?
Boy, good question.
My goal scorer won 2-0. Saka.
Yeah, of course.
Saka and
Surprise. It's
He's got his
Silla,
box,
yeah.
he's got his box.
Saka and Marino.
Ifeanyi.
Who's your goal scorers? Ifeanyi.
Saka.
Marino, duh.
2 for Marino.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saka, Ifeanyi, and
Eze?
I'd love that. It's not going to happen.
No.
I'd love that. It's not going to happen. I want to see Max come on, get a penalty, and then Saka gets 2, and then Ifeanyi.
All right, so you go Saka 2, Ifeanyi. I'm going Saka and Marino. You go Marino 2.
Yeah.
If any of those scenarios comes off,
What are you going to give us? What are you going to
the
give us?
next person, the other 2 people have to buy the drinks for the
Yeah.
other person.
Okay.
Deal?
Oh, no, I want
Deal.
to wait. No, I
Deal?
need to change my.
We're
We're gonna win 3-0.
Thanks for joining us, right, on the stream, right?
I'll have a
We'll be back
cocktail,
later.
I'll
Look
have
out
a
for the fan
cocktail.
cams.
Take care, bro. Love.
GFN Soccer TV, with all your favourite shows in one place, is now live in the UK with Samsung TV Plus.